Hello dear students, I am Prabhat Dubey from LPM Public School, Gola Bazar, and today our topic of discussion is coordination. Yesterday we talked about the functions of management, how planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. All the major functions are done by the managers, and how top level, middle level and lower level managers are involved in ensuring the effectiveness and efficiency of the organization, and how the top level is involved in planning and organizing, and the middle level is involved in staffing and performance approval. Performance is analyzed by the middle managers, and the performance of the team is reported to the top executives. And how the lower level of management is controlling and directing all the activities of the real executors of the business plan, who are semi-skilled and unskilled workforce. Okay, so now we will study about coordination. What is the need of coordination? As we know that in any large business organization or in any institution, in any school, office, hostel, hospital or any business unit, manufacturing unit, a large number of activities are done at the same time, and the sole objective of any person who is working in any particular organization is achieving the target that is set by the chairman or the owner of that business or any institution. The sole objective of this organization or institution is to be fulfilled with ensuring the proper use of resources. So any employee, he is the chairman or he is the laborer, worker, anyone, there should be a degree of responsibility in whatever activity that is being done by that person. As we know that different types of authorities, different types of responsibilities are given to the person as per his hierarchy, as per his experience, as per his educational background. So whatever your responsibilities are, whatever your authorities are, your commitment to the company should be proper. There should not be any illegal action. You should take full responsibility of whatever duty you are assigned to do. And if you are not doing that work honestly, then you don't deserve a place in that institution. So your commitment should not be compromised at any cost. Okay. So what is the need of coordination? First, we will look at this. There is a definition of coordination that is mentioned in your book, and it is said that the process by which managers synchronize the activities of different departments is known as coordination. So by this definition you can understand that synchronization of various efforts that are being made for fulfilling the objective of the company are to be synchronized. Suppose there is a marketing department, there is sales department, there is human resource, operations, financial departments, all are doing separate works. Their authority, their responsibilities are different. The person who is appointed in marketing is his sole objective is only to market the product, to create brand awareness, to make the customer know about the features of the product. The person who is appointed in sales is responsible for selling of the product. The person who is in finance takes care of all the financial needs, the requirement of capital, how the money is utilized inside the organization, and what is the profitability, what is the return, how to take up the challenges that are financial in nature. The HR department is there to recruit the people at various levels of management and other sectors as well, and to analyze their performance, provide them proper path, training, research and development for their personal individual growth as well as the growth of the organization, and providing them incentives as per their performance. So incentives are just like a motivational factor. If you are getting proper reward for your hard work, then your ignition, your commitment will be justified. If you are committed for the growth of the company, your personal growth should also be there. Okay. If you are doing your best for the company and the company is not paying proper attention to your dedication, then there would be a grievance, and that grievance would give rise to conflict. And if there is any conflict in the organization, then the long term future of that company or that institution will be under question. Okay, so the basic duty of any manager at any hierarchy is to sort out all the complications. If there is any conflict, it has to be rooted out. All the individuals who are working in any institution or any organization should work with proper mindset. There should not be any discrimination on the basis of caste, creed, religion, origin, birth, skin color, or any discrimination should not be there. There should be a healthy atmosphere to ensure proper functioning of the institution. So we will study the coordination. Coordination is the essence of management. Coordination is the most important requirement in any organization. That's why it is called the essence. सार तत्व जिसे हिंदी में कहते हैं ना, मूल. मैनेजमेंट का मूल है कोऑर्डिनेशन. If coordination is not there, all the management policies, all the efforts that are being made by the employees, by the workers, will go in vain. Suppose in a cricket team, all the 11 players, they are doing various activities. Someone is involved in bowling, 3 to 5 players are involved in batting, top order, middle order is there, but their efforts are synchronized. Each and every player who is playing in the selected 11 players, his sole objective is to make his team one. Either it is department of fielding or batting or bowling. Each and every player who is on field should give his 100%. But sometimes it happens that there is conflict and there are different polarized group. If there are polarized group, then the synchronization of efforts would not be there. Some would go in the north, some would go in the west. So if different polarized groups are there, your profitability, your long-term image would be compromised. Suppose any political party, if the members of all the political parties are working under influence of the top leader, they are obeying whatever the leader is saying, and they have strong belief in the statement of that leader, and they are committed to work for the betterment of their party, and they are also nationalistic in their approach. They are not involved in any anti-national movement. Then only the future of that party is secure. In the same manner, in any organization, any institution, if the person are committed to achieve the objective of that institution, then only that employee is beneficial for the organization. If the employees have no faith in the mission and vision of the company, then they are threat to the company. Such employees are to be thrown away. This is good for the health of that institution or organization. It is needed to perform all the functions of management. In each and every function of management, coordination is necessary, because different people are working who are of different mindset, who are working in different departments. Okay, but the coordinated effort is necessary. If the chairman of the company sets a target that we have to prepare 1 million products in 3 months, 1 million number of product is to be delivered in the market within a period of 3 months. So each and every department will work to achieve that target. Let it be marketing, finance, HR, all will do different types of work, but the direction of each and every work would go in achieving that target in 3 months. Each and every activity that is being done in that company should go in that direction. If your efforts are not helping the company to achieve the set objective, then there is no coordination. So coordination is synchronization of efforts that are made by each and every department, each and every person. It is required at all the levels. Okay, as we discussed in the start of this lecture, it is not only necessary for the top level management. Each and every person, let it be the guard that is standing on the gate of the company, his cooperation is also needed. His efforts are also to be coordinated in achieving the sole objective of the institution or organization. Okay, the level of coordination is different at each level, but coordination should always be there. Okay, most important in the organization, coordination is the most important phenomenon in each and every organization. So we had a clear understanding how important coordination is for the health of any institution or organization. Now we will discuss about the features of coordination. What are the important features of coordination? It integrate group efforts. As you know that in every department there is a team, there is a marketing team, there is a finance team. So there should be coordination in the team as well and among the various departments as well. Suppose there is a marketing team of 25 people whose sole objective is to create brand awareness, to make people aware about the product. If your product is newly launched in the market, you have to arrange proper campaigns. Marketing campaigns are there to create awareness. Brand awareness should be there. What type of features are offered in your product and how valuable your product is, how beneficial your product is. Okay, that's why the companies appoint brand ambassadors, the person who can help in delivering the message. Like cricketers, Bollywood stars like Virat Kohli is involved in different types of advertisements. It acts in positive manner. If Virat Kohli is promoting any brand, the brand image of that company will get uplifted very fast. It ensures unity of efforts. As we discussed that all the efforts that are being made in the company should go in a proper direction. So coordination ensures that all the efforts are united in proper direction. If your efforts are not unidirectional, then the combined effect will be lowered. If you are pulling the rope in different directions, it will not create the positive impact. If you are walking in a proper direction, all the team members are working with the sole objective, then their efforts will be coordinated. Okay, and the cumulative effort will be achievement of the desired objective. Continuous process. Coordination is never ending, it is continuous. From the start of the company till the company closes its operation, coordination is never ending. When management is there, coordination of efforts are always there. Okay, it is universal phenomenon. Coordination is needed in any company, any institution, irrespective of the geographic location in any country. If you are operating in Japan, Germany, Russia, China, Canada, India, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, anywhere, coordination should always be there. If coordination is not there, there is misuse of the resources of the company. Okay. Pervasive functions. As I discussed that it is universal. Everywhere coordination should be there. Let it be a team of 5 members or there is a team of 5,000, 5 lakh members. Coordination of efforts, strong belief in the vision and mission of the company should also always be there. If you are studying in LPM public school, the motto, the mission and vision, the guiding principle that are devised by MD sir, principal sir, should be followed. Each and every student who is studying in LPM should always act in a proper manner. You should not violate any rules, any policies that are meant to be followed. If you are violating any rules, then you don't deserve to be a member of this LPM school. Okay. Responsibility of all the managers. All the managers are responsible to maintain this coordination. It is not responsibility of the top level or middle level managers. Any person at any level, whatever your hierarchy is, you are responsible to coordinate with your seniors and juniors as well. If there is some egoistic persons are there who are threat for any institution, if you are creating conflict in any institution, then you are just ensuring that the growth, the development, the image of the company is compromised. And if you are compromising the growth of the company, you don't deserve to be in that team. Okay. It is a deliberate function. It is not automated. you have to ensure that whatever function you are doing, you have to ensure that your efforts are coordinated with each and every person who is working in the same direction. Okay, so each manager has to take proper care of that your activities are synchronized with all other departments and there is a unidirectional approach. Then only the profitability of the company will be ensured. You will attain the desired objective that is set by the chairman, by the founder of the company. Okay, so there should be a proper contribution of yourself. If you are appointed in any organization, your contribution should always help in achievement of that objective. Then you deserve a proper place in that institution or organization. Okay, we will continue this discussion and tomorrow we will end this chapter number 1. Okay, thanks.